guys, Justin here with the Tipsy Garden, and I was just going to give you a quick rundown on how to deal with pests in the garden. Right now I'm experiencing snout weevils on my hollyhocks. I've struggled with them like the last 2 years. And then I also have some kale that I wanted to show you that is a good example of aphids and budworms or cabbage looper. So what I do, because I like to do organic gardening, there are pesticides and things that you can use too. I just prefer not to. I've found that this works pretty good. What I do is I add a tablespoon of dish soap to probably like 3 parts water, and I have like a little garden sprayer like this. You can get like a little over-the-counter one pretty cheap, like $1 at the dollar store or something. And I just fill that up, added like a tablespoon of that dish soap to it, and then if you want to come over here, David, and show them what happens is with snout weevils, and this is a hollyhock plant, by the way. What they do is they lay their eggs inside the flower buds, and then your flowers get wrecked. So I have decided to treat it systemically with a systemic insecticide, which is not harmful to the bees. You do want to apply it at the evening hours though, so as not to hurt any of your beneficial bugs or your pollinators. And then I go after them with this as well, because what this will do is it will dry out the exoskeleton of the bug as it dries. And what that does is that basically that dries out their skin so bad that they rupture and they die. So, and you can actually see them when you get close like that again, when I spray them, and cover them good. Like, you want it really nice and frothy. This won't hurt the plant at all because it's just like, it's a very basic solution. I don't necessarily spray it on the root of the plant, but where I want to spray it is on the affected areas, very thickly like that, so it looks frothy. And then eventually you'll see them come up and gasp for air because they are suffocating and they can't breathe. Do you see them? So that's a really good way to deal with those. Snout weevils are the worst. I hate them. I struggle with them every single year. And then the other thing I wanted to show you after I get done spraying this down, because I want to see hollyhock flowers this year. And this has other problems going on besides the snout weevil. Hollyhocks are just, if you have hollyhocks, they're gorgeous, awesome flowers. They spread everywhere, but they are disease prone. And so what you want to do is keep on top of that stuff so that you can actually enjoy the flowers. So we'll spray this guy down real quick. Look at that, they're all like running for cover now. Alright, so I'll show you the kale now. With cabbage loopers, these will affect all of your brassicas, which are your cold tolerant veggies, like your broccoli, your kale, your cabbage, Brussels sprouts. All of those things can get cabbage loopers, and they usually start about this time of year in Colorado where we garden, and I believe we're either 5A or 5B as far as gardening zones. And I'll do like a introduction video after this one at some point, just to like introduce myself and tell you why we're doing this and how we decided to get into YouTube. But to get back on topic, sorry, I do that. What I do to find these little guys is once I start seeing them flying around, they're those little white butterflies. And what they like to do is they'll get on your kale plants and your cabbages and everything else, and they'll start laying eggs like this, and I'll show you. And they can decimate your crops pretty quick, but they'll look like that. They're like little red eggs. And so what I want to do is, if I have a really infected leaf like that, I'll just pull it and feed it to my chickens. But for everything else, you just want to pull this up and spray really good with the soap. And I mean, it's kind of like a preemptive wash of your produce too, so. And it won't hurt the plant, but the bugs will not survive this, so. just want to get it nice and doused. Because with those eggs, what it does to the eggs is it'll dry out the eggs and then they'll die. And you don't have to lose your kale to nasty little bugs. So, anyways, that is all I was going to share with you this evening. I did, if I can find that packaging, I'll post like a picture under the video title of that systemic I use. It's by Bonide. And that's like a granular, you apply it to the soil and the plant will soak it up. Those are not safe for vegetable use. If you're doing organic gardening for vegetable use and consumption, the soap is going to be your best bet. So all of that said, it's been a lovely evening here. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and enjoy your gardens. This is Justin with Tipsy Garden, and have a great night. Bye.